This is Caesar 1.4.3. When the state, having been alarmed by this development, and you'll notice I'm always adding a different meaning to rem. Sometimes it's deal, sometimes it's matter, sometimes it's affair. It's a word that really is shaded by its own context. And look, we've got a nice participial phrase here. Here's the noun. Here is the participle that modifies the noun, the state, having been alarmed. This, of course, is your PPP, perfect passive participle. Very nicely framed there. But also, we've got this cum clause, so it's inside of a greater phrase, which this cum, okay, imperfect, subjunctive, right there. That's number one, and number two is down here. Another imperfect subjunctive. So you see, this phrase really comes all the way down to here. So brackets within brackets. When the nation tries and when the nation gathers. And now let's fill all that in. It's always good to get a good framework in there, then you can fill in the rest of the words. When the nation, aroused by this development, tries to execute, excuse me, oh my gosh, execute its laws with arms, and when they gather a great number of men from the fields, the magistrates that is, long mark here because this is the subject of the verb here, cogruent, and the object is right here, dio, direct object there. Prepositional phrase, always want to knock those out. Vercingetorix died. Notice they don't say how he died, nor is suspicion absent. Let's see, in English something like, and there is no lack of suspicion? Something like that. As the Helvetians think. Now, this as with this, if you look at this A here, this is indicative. This is not subjunctive. So ut has to mean as. This is not a purpose clause, not a result clause. This is just a little indicative clause here. Because we have those two words, ut meaning as and ut introducing purpose and result. They're completely different words. Speaking of ut introducing purpose and result, here's another weird one. This quin, it really just means ut. But it's only used after verbs of doubting or situations of doubt, and that comes from suspicio here. So there's no doubt, there's no lack of suspicion that he himself conceived his own death. Okay, so this is also a subjunctive. This one's a perfect active subjunctive. Kind of going downhill there. Perfect active subjunctive there in that purpose clause there. Actually, I guess it's a result. Suspicion that blah, blah, blah. So there you have it. Quite a lot of bracketing in here. Big compound sentence there. And perfect subjunctives. Nice looking at. More to assess. That's a perfect passive indicative. Of course, it comes from the verb morior, which is deponent. So you can look at it either way. Vercingetorix is dead or Vercingetorix dies. Kind of comes out the same.